All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me today. Farm show update. The field day was fantastic. Gorgeous weather, great group of people, and a good lineup of presenters. And I really want to thank John and Janet and Ann for taking time out of their day to come up and do this event. It was a great day. Everybody already requested them three can come back up next year and do it. And so John came up with his drone. So he was supposed to come up with the drone, do a little fly around demonstration for us, things like that. And then he had a 3-point seeder that he was going to bring. He had a bad week. He broke his truck and broke the drone last week or a couple weeks ago, and so he had so it is, but we did the best we could with what he had. Janet does sheep and soil health and grazing management and wolf management. And so she had just a wonderful presentation and talks bugs and soil. And that world is so misunderstood by farmers. We don't have a freaking clue what we're talking about whenever we talk about bugs. And so she always gives us a great education every year. And so it just good presentations. I had some fun presentations. I'll bring one or two of them to make a nice video out of because I think they're somewhat interesting. And so we ran a little long because we got onto some side conversations, and like one of the side conversations was earthworms. I asked the entomologist during my presentation. I asked a question about earth poop. And I forgot, you can't ask a soil scientist a simple yes or no or a one, like, yes, this is how it is, duh. Nope, you can't ask a scientist that kind of question. And but she gave us a 15-minute detour, but she really explained the 3 layers of worms in our soils and how that functions and all that kind of stuff. And you're like, oh, awesome. 15 minutes ago, I had no clue that that's how it really worked. And so it was fun. And so we ran late. So at lunchtime, we didn't have the roundtable discussions yet. So at lunch, I assumed people were just going to eat and leave. And so I was asking people, like, do you guys want to stay and do your roundtable? Excuse me. And I did not sleep last night. I hurt a rib, and I can't sleep. And I asked them, like, well, do you guys want to stay to do a roundtable discussion, or do you want to just head out and head home? And they're like, we're staying. We came for the roundtable discussions. And we figured a half hour would be plenty, and almost 2 hours later, the folks got out, started to trickle out. And that was super cool. And Tony, Tim, Zach, Dustin, and Jordan, I appreciate them guys have been here with me since day one, and I really appreciate that they came up and really had good contributions to the whole event. And one guy called that night. So then Midwest Alice Acres, Jordan and I left the farm event. I hurt a rib because my wheat got stuck in the Toxwick dryer. I could not get that big vertical auger to turn, so I just leaned underneath. I just grabbed the frickin' belt and I just started pulling on that auger, and my chest was against the frame, and I felt that rib pop some cartilage between them. But we got that auger turning. And so then we went to the tractor pull over in Ogilvie, and one of the guys that was at the field day called, and he asked if he forgot a hat behind, and yeah, we found that. And I said, hey, well, at least thank you very much, for coming by. I hope it was at least worth your drive over. At least it'd be the price. At least it was worth the price of admission, free. And he laughed and he says, I've been to a lot of cattlemen's meetings, association meetings, and he says, I really haven't ever learned anything. And I think that's kind of hard because some of the cattlemen's associations try to do a really good job of bringing in good presenters. But he's like, yeah, and I didn't learn anything. And he said, man, them guys in that roundtable discussion, they answered or gave him a path of guidance on every question he had. And he was actually he sent me pictures. He's actually calling from the pasture with the cows, trying to think, how can I implement now, what's going to go where for next year to bring these ideas to life. And he was just excited. And that's the whole point of it, is the farmer to farmer networking and bouncing ideas off each other. And yeah, it's just great. I don't know. I'll just leave it right there. How about that? How about just a super short video? Just a thank you to everybody that showed up. I am contacting some folks for next year. I spoke to a couple people about sponsors for next year, and I spoke to a couple people about some bigger name people to come over next year to be like a headliner for the field day. And if we did that, it would probably have to be an entrance fee to get in, and it would probably be an RSVP event. But we're still going to keep the roundtable discussions. We're still going to keep some of the local presenters going on. But it'd be nice just to bring in a big headliner, because they would be headliners that I want to listen to. I want to learn from them kind of people. And so we're going to see what we can get going for next year's show. We're already working on it. But no, again, thank you everybody that showed up and helped with the event, and all the people behind the scenes, the Jason, Ryan, Grace, Jennifer, and Shannon. So yeah, no, it was really good. I love them days. And so guys, I'm just going to end it right there. And we'll catch you tomorrow.